The M79 grenade launcher is a single-shot, shoulder-fired, break-action grenade launcher that fires a 40x46mm grenade which uses what the U.S. Army calls the High-Low Propulsion System to keep recoil forces low, and first appeared during the Vietnam War. Because of its distinctive report, it has earned the nicknames of Thumper, Thump-Gun, Bloop Tube, and Blooper among American soldiers. Australian units referred to it as the Wombat Gun. The M79 can fire a wide variety of 40-on rounds, including explosive, anti-personnel, smoke, buckshot, flechette, and illumination. While largely replaced by the M203, the M79 has remained in service in many units worldwide in niche roles. History: the M79 was a result of Project Niblick, an attempt to increase firepower for the infantrymen by having an explosive projectile more accurate with further range than rifle grenades, but more portable than a mortar. Project Niblick created the 40-AZ-46mm grenade, but was unable to create a satisfactory launcher for it that could fire more than a single shot. One of the launchers at Springfield Armory was the 3-shot harmonica T-148, which did see some limited production and fielding in Vietnam, but problems with a 3-round magazine prevented widespread acceptance. The other design was a single-shot break-open, shoulder-fired weapon, the S-3. This was refined into the S-5, which resembled an oversized shotgun. Unable to solve the problems with the multi-shot T-148 launcher, the Army adopted the S-5 as the XM79. With a new sight, the XM79 was officially adopted as the M79 on December 15, 1960. In 1961, the first M79 grenade launchers were delivered to the U.S. Army. Owing to its ease of use, reliability, and firepower, the M79 became popular among American soldiers, who dubbed it the platoon leader's artillery. Some soldiers would cut down the stock and barrel to make the M79 even more portable. However, its single-shot nature was a serious drawback. Having to reload after every shot meant a slow rate of fire and therefore an inability to keep up a constant volume of fire during a firefight. Also, for close-in situations, the minimum arming range and the blast radius meant a grenadier would have to either resort to his .45 calories pistol, or fire and hope that the grenade would not arm itself but instead act as a giant slow bullet. Specialty grenades for close-in fighting were created to compensate, though a soldier did not always have the luxury of being able to load one in the heat of battle. Moreover, its size meant that a soldier with an M79 would be only a grenadier, and if he ran out of ammunition had nothing but a pistol to use in a firefight. Underbarrel grenade launchers, such as the XM148 and the M203, where the grenade launcher attaches to an M16 rifle, were developed during the Vietnam War, allowing the grenadier to function also as a rifleman. Some grenadiers opted to carry a slung M16 rifle in lieu of a pistol. The XM148 was plagued with problems and the project was dropped. The M203 was a success, and was standardized in 1969. It had replaced the M79 by the end of the war, though M79s were still used in Reserve and National Guard units. Some U.S. Navy SEALs and Army Special Forces in Iraq have been seen using the M79 in recent years, due to its greater accuracy and range compared to the M203. The M79 has seen notable limited use during Operation Iraqi Freedom, such as for clearing IEDs. Design. Visually, the M79 grenade launcher resembles a large-bore, break-action, sawed-off shotgun, and is simple in design, having only 5 parts, a receiver group, a fore-end assembly, a barrel group, a sight assembly, and a stock. The fore-end assembly beds the barrel to the receiver. The stock is made out of wood or fiberglass. A rubber pad affixed to the buttstock absorbs some recoil. The front sight is a fixed blade. The rear sight on the M79 is a folding ladder-style leaf-type sight. When folded, the leaf sight acts as a fixed sight for close range. A grenadier may simply point and shoot with high accuracy. When unfolded, the leaf-type sight could be adjusted for ranges from 75 meters to 375 meters, in 25 meters increments. Additionally, Appendix A of U.S. Army Field Manual for the M203 includes instructions for attaching the M16 rifle grenade sight to the M79 stock and marking the sling for indirect fire at elevations greater than 40 degrees. While not a manufacturer, Milka Meckham of South Africa do remanufacture M79 grenade launchers to more modern standards. They replaced the leaf sight with an optical one and replaced the wooden stock with a modified R4 per Rankine 5 stock. Operation. The M79 is easy to operate. To load, the grenadier pushes the barrel locking latch on the receiver group to the right. Gravity will pull down the barrel, breaking it open, and exposing the breech. The hammer is cocked when the breech is opened. A round then may be loaded. The break action must then be closed manually. Closing the breech will cause the barrel locking latch to return to center. The safety must then be pushed to the forward position in order to ready the weapon for firing. Ammunition. Many different ammunition types were produced for the M79. Outside of the smoke and illumination rounds, three main types emerge: explosive, close range, and non-lethal crowd control. The break-open action of the M79 allows it to use longer rounds that the standard M203 cannot use without some difficulty. Explosive. The M40640 MHE grenades fired from the M79 travel at a muzzle velocity of 75 meters per second. The M406 contained enough explosive to produce over 300 fragments that travel at 1,524 meters per second within a lethal radius of 5 meters. This round incorporated a spin activation safety feature which prevents the grenade from arming while still within range of the shooter. It armed itself after traveling a distance of about 30 meters. Even though the round would not arm at point-blank ranges, the round usually did not have enough kinetic energy to kill, although it sometimes penetrated the abdomen or caused large hematomas. Close range. For close-range fighting, two styles of M79 rounds were developed. The first was a flechette or beehive round that fired 45 10-grain steel flechettes. Flechettes proved to be ineffective because they would often not hit point first and penetrate. Instead they would hit sideways and bounce off. About 1966, this was replaced by the M576 buckshot round. Containing 20-24G metal pellets or 27-24G metal pellets, this round could be devastating at close ranges. However, as range increased, the shot spread out so rapidly as to be ineffective. The M576E2, despite the greater number of shot, was less effective at range than the M576E1, because its shot spread out much more quickly and could completely miss the target. Non-lethal, the M79 has been used extensively also for crowd control purposes where it is desirable to have a weapon dedicated solely to non-lethal force. The three common less lethal rounds are the M651 CS gas, the M1006 sponge grenade, and the M1029 crowd dispersal rounds. Users, see also, China Lake Grenade Launcher, FN40 GLEGLM, Heckler & Koch HK69, MK19 Grenade Launcher, M32 Grenade Launcher, Vector Y3AGL, XM174 Grenade Launcher, M320, References. External links: Gary's U.S. Infantry Weapons Reference Guide, U.S. Army Field Manual 3 Euro 22.31 Appendix A. The short film Staff Film Report 66-12A is available for free download at the Internet Archive. More. The short film Staff Film Report 66-17A is available for free download at the Internet Archive. More.